Hey everyone, welcome back to the new video, new tutorial. So today we are going to talk about how we can display a display file. So we have seen how to create physical file, logical file, display files. We have seen different specifications of a physical file. We have learnt up the basics of AS400. So now it's time we write a COBOL program in which we will display a display file. So let's get started. So okay, so as you see here I have a program. So there is no records in the program, there are no lines written inside the program, so I have to basically write the complete program. Okay, so in that case let's not delay any further and let's get started. So as we know, we start with identification, division. Okay, then we write program ID as the program name, display CBL. Then we give the environment division. Then we do input output section. I think we are missing one plus. Okay, then we can write we'll write the select, let's say WSDSPLY F, select assign to workstation. This is my display file name, workstation. Okay, then organization is transaction, access is sequential, file status is WSFS. Okay, so we have written the input output section of the program. Now what we will do is we'll write the next section, that is the next division, that is the data division. Please follow along with me. I write the whole code in front of you to basically give you a better understanding of how we are writing the code actually. Let's say file section fd, we'll give the file name ws, we have named it DSPLYF. Okay, then we will give the record, right? In 01 level we can give INPREC. Okay, then in the 05 level, 05 level we can give I just have to see what are the names of the display file this I have created. Display QPF. Okay, so I have given student ID. So in this case we'll give, let's say, stud ID, okay, as pick x7. Then we will give, we have I think stud name as pick x25, I believe I have given, but I'll check it so that we don't get any issues. Student first name and last name, stud name 1 pick x20. Then we'll give stud name 2 pick x20. Okay, so I have to give actually, okay, I'll fix it later once I have done this. Okay, then we have stdl. Okay, then we have stud role. I think stud role pick. Let me see what I have given. Role and class, right? Role pick will be x of 5, then will be class will be pick x5, then will be stud email will be pick x30, then we'll give stud phn, that is pick 15, right? Okay, picks. Okay. So we have done this. Now I need to explain you one thing, that is, see, my display file, if I show you my display file, so this is the display file. So if you see the display file, my display file has two record formats. One is the input rec and one is the detail rec. So what input rec has is only the student ID, and the other record format has all the other details. So one is like the header input, where a user can give input, like it's a thought. When we do future programming tutorials, we can go ahead with this thing in mind, that maybe we'll write a display file, or we can introduce a sub file where maybe someone will give a student ID, and with that we'll fetch the records and we'll show it in the program. So that particular program will also we will also write. But in this case, as you see, there are two record formats. So one is input rec, one is detail rec. So I also need to create SQLCBLSRC. I also need to create two different record formats for the what do you call it, FD section. So in that case, here I will just introduce another record format, that is det rec. Okay, because only the student ID is in the input rec and the detail part, everything is in the detail part. So if we print the detail input rec and keep all the fields in of the detail part, then the program will throw error. So that is a problem. Okay, no issue. Let's I hope you understand. Then we, let's say, go to we'll do one more thing, that is working storage section, where we have to declare the file status, right? So we have given WSFS. So WSFS pick, it will be of, let's say, 2. Okay, now we can go ahead with procedure. Division. So let's start with open WS display, DSPLYF. Open WS, no, we cannot open IO WS DSPLYF. Okay, so now we have done the open, we can just directly write what was our INP rec, right? INP rec. So while displaying the display file, we need to do write and read. Okay, I'll show you so it will be easier to understand. So write input rec, format is input rec. Okay, read WSDSPLYF, format is INPREC. Done. INPTREC. Done. And read. Okay, now we can write close ws dsplyf display file, then maybe sorry, and maybe stop run. Okay, so see, this is a very simple procedure division. In real life scenario, we will not see these kind of codes. In real life scenarios, we'll see something like, here we will write main logic, something like this. Okay, then maybe we will write perform main para until F3 pressed. This means basically it will continuously run on a loop. It will continuously run on a loop, and it will keep on running the loop until and unless F3 is pressed. And what does this means, F3 pressed? F3 pressed means we have to use one, sorry about that. So F3 pressed means we have to include a condition in the top at 88 level, as we discussed, like indicators and conditional variables will be in 88 levels. So we have to do that at the top and map it with the F3 button. So whenever the F3 is pressed, it will automatically exit the loop. That F3 is pressed, now I'll not perform the loop anymore. So these kind of things we'll see in production codes, actually real life scenarios. Yeah, now coming to the display file section, to display it, actually first we will write the record which we have defined in the FD section. Okay, see, inp rec I have defined in the FD section, so I have written inp rec, and format is input rec. Format means basically this is our what do you call it, yeah, display files record format, input rec. Okay, and then the second part we write read, and when we write read, we don't give the inp rec, we give the file name, that is ws display file in our case, and again format is input rec. Okay, so that is the simple way to display the display file. So let's see if it works. Let's compile it. So it's compiled. So let's compile it. So we are lucky we got no compilation errors, program is created. But what will happen if we run? Let's see, we try to run it. Yeah, see, so we got the screen, right? So this is the simplest way we can write one display file program in COBOL. So definitely let me know if there is any issue that you face. So nothing is working in the screen right now because we have just displayed the screen. So in the next program we will try to understand how we can work with the display file fields. Okay, so for now let's keep it till here. If you like the video, then definitely be sure to like it, and let me know in the comments if you have any doubts, any queries. I'll be sure to address them. And make sure you follow me on my LinkedIn. I post a lot of stuff on my LinkedIn. So yeah, see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.